Welcome to another update from Greenleaf here. We have Josh and myself, Dave. We are going over the Pleasantdale Flex opportunity that we have. We bought this deal 6 months ago. We closed in early November of 2022. And now we are making some excellent progress on the construction front. So we want to touch base on construction, what the rent roll is looking like, and ultimately how on track we are with the leasing status. So let's go into the construction part first. We had a big budget on the gates out of this one.
$1.2 million. And it's the property was built as a flex property. It's being currently used as flex. And over time, there's a little bit of scope creep with some of the tenants, and they just keep doing add-ons to the building for whatever needs they have. So one of our tenants built kind of a makeshift, what do we call that, metal shack?
Yes.
Onto the
metal
back of the building.
shack is the correct word for that. And this was tied onto the back of the building, and it really eliminated the use of almost half of the bay doors, half of the roll-up doors that are on the back side of the building. So we went in, one of our first capital improvements here was to take that building off, or really a covered storage area, so you could get full truck access into the roll-up doors. That's really where the value is at in the flex building. I mean, there is value in outdoor storage and covered storage and stuff, but that is not what this play was. So this is a pure flex play with roll-up doors. So we wanted to make sure we had access to all of those doors. We also did a bunch of curbing and access work, and we did some roof repairs on the structure. And in the first 6 months, we've made excellent progress. So now it kind of starts the next phase. So if we look at our rent roll, we purchased the deal, it was 100% occupied. So everyone was there, except they were only paying about $3.50 to $4 a square foot in rent. And it's way below market.
Right, and the building across the street recently signed a lease at $12 a square foot. We own a property, Dawson, that is a mile and a half away, and we went from 20% occupied to just about 100% occupied right now, signing full market leases between $10 and $12 a square foot with really minimal amount of TI. So we're pretty excited about the opportunity we have in front of us, but it's going to require a lot of discussions with the current tenants that are paying a fraction of that.
Right. So we look at this rent roll situation twofold. We're really taking what is the better option of having a tenant leave and doing a full TI package and then go leasing to someone new, or working something out with the current tenant. And ultimately, we need to have the same really present value of cash flows from that. So we have CapEx dollars set aside to provide to tenants to get them to move in and entice them. And we've got to go from $4 in rent to the market, which our goal here is we're trying to get $11 per square foot in rent. And that's what the market is. So while that is a big jump for our current tenants that we have there, I mean, they've had pretty flat rent for 10 years. The market has changed quite a bit. So we had our first tenant that vacated. They were about 35% of the building space. We only have 4 tenants. So the first one vacated here in May. So this, we have that one now that has exited, and we can work on that lease process. And the remainder of the tenants, they're not fully vacated until really the end of 2024. So we have another 16 months that we're going through the vacating process.
Yeah, we have some time to show them how we operate, get to know them, they get to know us, show them the improvements we make, and give them the option that if they do want to stay, and if we choose to basically not want to spend that downtime and our TI dollars, by the way, we budgeted about $500,000 for those TI packages for new tenants, that we can work with them, make their space nicer, keep them in place, and not have that downtime. It could be a win-win for both parties.
We look at overall cost and structure on this. We bought this around $100 a square foot. We have about $24 a square foot in total CapEx work and leasing and commissions and stuff that were planned in there that we're estimating. So we're always trying to say, hey, how far under budget can we come? Can we do everything we want to do and get the end result ultimately as cost effectively as possible and as quick as possible? Mm-hmm. So that process is really starting now as we have our first lease that is out, and we're discussing actually with one of the current tenants now too, if they want to take that space. I mean, that's a big jump, increasing rent and taking more space, but that is the market right now in the flex space. So that's really how we are looking to create this value at Pleasantdale Flex and a lot of our other flex deals as we bring things to market rent and as we perform our CapEx work.
Yeah, we staged really that turnover of tenants and lease up to really start by the end of July. So the first tenant's out. We're negotiating a lease right now with one of the current tenants, and if that doesn't work out, we'll go to market. And what we've seen is in the flex space is, especially for, call it 8 to 10,000 square feet of space, that's about a 60 to 90 day process to lease and really get a paying tenant. So we feel like we're really right on track to that end of July delivery for that first turnover.
Yeah. And these updates will continue. This rent roll that we have here, it's essentially every 6 months we basically have someone expiring through now to the end of 2024. So we are looking forward to those continued leasing opportunities and see how the CapEx progresses along. All right, but overall, we feel good. We are on track, both lease-wise and CapEx-wise, to have a good win here on this deal. So we're excited about the future here, and thanks for tuning in. For more tips on operating and investing in real estate, please check us out at greenleafmanagement.com or find us on YouTube and Spotify.